everybody, this is Nikki from the design team, and today I'm here with a video on a fun card that was completely inspired by the embellishments that I was dying to use. Kat has some pearls that are multicolored and I've been wanting to use them for a long time. So I started this mini Slimline with the Lattice die. I decided to make it a get well soon card just because I thought it was a very happy colored card. And then I used the dies to Fluttering by, which I didn't use the stamps, I just used the dies. They're very handy and they make some really cute butterflies. So here are the embellishments. They are two-toned embellishments. They're pink and green, and I have been dying to use them. So the first thing that I needed to do was decide what color inks I was going to use. And I had this pink and green in Catherine Pooler mini inks. And so I decided I would start blending them out and kind of get an idea if these would blend. They are darker than the colors on the embellishments, but I think that they bring them out really well. So I blended this out, and I also wanted to blend this out because I knew that I was going to do some inlay die cutting and that I wanted to cut my butterflies out of something. So let me take these out of the package and show you how these colors look together. So I think they look amazing. Are they absolutely perfect? I don't know. Probably not, but they're so close and they look so cute together. So I cannot wait to use these. Now let's get on to the next part. So I need to blend out some more pink and green, and I end up realizing that I love when these two kind of blend together in the middle. And so I decided to cut some of my butterflies that have both pink and green to kind of keep with the same theme as the embellishments, which are two-toned. So I'm going to just blend this out so I've got enough to create my butterflies, and then I'm going to show you what I do to create the inlaid die cutting. Okay, so here's how the butterflies turned out, and then I'm just using these as my detail on the butterflies. So this does come with a stamp that you could add details, but I thought I wanted to use these embellishments so bad that I thought I'm going to use these as my detail on my butterflies. So I'm just putting some different ones in a different arrangement, and then we're going to do the inlaid die cutting. So when I do inlaid die cutting, I like to start with an embossed piece. And the reason I do this is I feel like it gives a little bit more height to that area. So I'm using a Spellbinders platform, and I'm using the embossing mat and then the embossing plate, which is this blue plate. And I'm going to run it through. I'll show you what it looks like. So here's what that looks like, and I also like it just because it gives me something to glue my pieces to. If you took all these little triangles out, then you're going to have to create something on the back that you're gluing your inlaid die cut pieces to. So I'm going to cut this out. It makes an impression, and even though this is a die that normally would cut, since I was embossing it, I don't have it cut all the way through. So I'll cut all the edges, and then we're going to start making our pieces that are going to go in these areas. So now I'm going to use my die to kind of look at where I need to ink blend. And I'm just going to ink blend. I mean, you could do a huge area, but you're kind of wasting your time and your ink if you go ahead and ink blend this entire sheet of paper. So I'm following along with the die, and I'm going to ink blend in those areas and then cut it out. So I went on and I went all the way around, and it may seem silly to go all the way around, like you're going to have enough triangles, but the triangles are all a little slightly different. So go all the way around and then cut. I went on and did the green as well. So these are the same two colors that I've been using. It's Garden Party, and the pink was It's a Girl. So I'm going to go around and use that die again to kind of see where I need to make these triangles. And then I am going to do every other triangle is pink, every other triangle is green. So we're going to go all the way around the border, and it's really going to look good and match those cute little butterflies. Okay, on this part, you remember I said to color all the way around and cut it out? Well, do as I say and not as I do. I started out with not doing that. That's how I know that you need to go all the way around, because I couldn't figure it out. You could do some glue like I'm doing. I love using liquid glue on my parts here. And once you figure out which way this is going and which ones fit in there, you're gonna line it up correctly. But what I did is I spilled all my pink pieces, and what would have worked better is if I'd put a double-sided adhesive on the back of these pieces before I started. It also worked better, I decided, to put them in their slot spots where they go, because all these triangles are slightly different. So see, that one didn't fit there. It's like a little puzzle. I don't mind the puzzle, but if you get frustrated, try to keep your pieces in and then go from there. So putting this together does take some time, but it looks really cool. And you can see, I think from this angle, that since I embossed my white layer, now when I add these, they stick up a little bit off the paper, and that is what I love. So if you don't like that look and you want them to be even with the paper, then you want to just cut out a white layer of this and punch out all of the little circles. They're triangles, sorry about that. You want to punch all the triangles out, and then you can glue them back the piece of paper and then glue them in the space, and they're going to be the same level as your paper. So another little trick is I had this light green, almost light green ombre glitter paper, but it wasn't the right color green. So just know that you can always take your ink and make those colors really match. So I'm going and kind of still following the ombre look, but I'm adding the color that I've used for the rest of this project, which makes this coordinate so well. So you could start out with a white one and do this. This one actually was a light green, and it worked perfectly fine to add more of a different tone of green to it. So I'm just going to put this card together now and get it all lined up. Before we end this video, I want to say, if you have embellishments that you haven't used, why not go through your drawers and look and just see if you can make a card that will work with those embellishments. A lot of times I have so many fun colors and I just never get them out and figure out which ink colors go with them and how I could make a card around those embellishments. So I'm encouraging you to do that today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that if you haven't done it yet, that you do subscribe and like the Cat Scrappiness channel. That really helps us out. And if you're going to buy anything or just go look at these products, make sure to click the links in the description. That helps me out so much. I'm going to pop up a few final pictures of the card, and I hope that everybody enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.